It was quite a night. So what went through your mind when you heard about Beef's 3 wins?
I mean, obviously, like you said, it is such a huge win for Asian representation. Ali Wong is the first Asian American woman to win that award. Stephen Yeun is the second Asian American man, first Korean American man to win his award. So obviously, this is a huge thing, but I do have some complicated feelings about it, just given there's been so much controversy around beef as well.
Yeah.
Um, with the David Choe of it all. So back when the show came out, I believe it was in April, a 2014 podcast episode came out. It resurfaced actually, that David Choe was on, and he talked about sexually assaulting a black masseuse,
Hmm.
and his comments were really, really disturbing. Back then in 2014, he addressed it. He said it was all fabricated, and that the podcast is simply an extension of his art. But it resurfaced when Beef came out, and everyone was wondering, why did they not address this in any way? And it took a long time, almost a week, for the show creator Lee Sung Jing, Ali Wong, and Stephen Yun to actually address this.
Hmm.
And when they did, it was really a lackluster response. They said, yes, it is really disturbing, but we're gonna, he's put in the work to focus on his mental health. But what's interesting is that, it really brought up a lot of conversation around some really important issues. So rape culture, misogyny, misogynoir, and also just a lot of, the anti-blackness in the Asian community. So I have a lot of mixed feelings because while this is such a huge win for Asian representation, and I loved Beef, I thought it was such a great show in showing the nuances of
Hmm.
being Asian American, Asian Canadian. We saw these really complex characters showing rage, which we don't usually see. As a Chinese person, I know that we're taught to save face and not show those negative emotions.
Right.
We are supposed to, swallow the bitterness. So it was such a great show, but I'm just so disappointed that, they haven't really addressed this properly. And I think given Beef's subject matter on, confronting ugly parts of yourself, making bad decisions, repressed feelings, it would have been a really good opportunity
Hmm.
to bring those things up.
And I think that
Yeah.
was, I think many people were feeling that Beef was so celebrated for all of those reasons that you've spoken of and was so unique. And then for this to sort of explode and overshadow it, as you said, the two stars and the director, they did address the controversy well over a week after it had first broken. Do you really think that
Mhm.
they could have taken a different stand and really sort of moved the conversation forward in a more positive way? Or was this,
Mhm.
a case where they just, damned if they do, damned if they don't?
I think they're doing the really Asian thing of sweeping things under the rug and hoping that it just isn't talked about.